Good evening, everybody. You're listening to the world's greatest DJ, food photographer, downhill longboarder, and your best friend, Julian Orbit. Sit back, relax, and have a drink and hang out. Don't you guys get it? We're here for you in this time of need. Tonight's movie review segment is AKIRA 1988. What has been called the gateway anime for the West to the East. One of the most important anime films to have ever been released, with numerous influences across multiple genres, like not just other anime, but film, video games. It's huge. We have to cover this. And that's why we're here for you. And joining us tonight in this order, as in the order of appearance, Stairmaster, author of the piano, and motorcycle hoonigan, Mobius. Secondly, the world's second greatest DJ, moderator for Gabriel in Dresden, Twitch streamer, and also your BFF, Alexander Jamel. Superstar streamer, intergalactic man of hats, two-time master of the Strawberry Run and Sunshine Ski Resort, Tronicsization. Boom, we're all here. Boom, 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 and boom. There we go. Good evening, fellas. What's going on? Welcome to the stream.
Hello, hello.
Tuesday. Wait, am I unmuted?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Let's do my little intro, then unmute everyone. Welcome back, Space Daddy, to you. It's been a while. You were on one of the very first streams I've ever done.
Has been a little bit, man.
It's been a little bit. That was when we were both dying of COVID-19, and nobody believed us. It was real.
Dude, my cough has finally started going away.
I know, right?
I had a cough until like last week.
I know, mine was so bad, and like people are like, you don't have that, that's a myth. I'm like, what are you, crazy? Like, why can't I stop coughing? Get out of here, you psychos. Wow, this is way too dark. I should have went with blue. Yeah, let's do some yellow up in here. Light it up.
Jaundice
time. So, the first thing I wanted to get into before we go through our little slideshow as usual. So, AKIRA is regarded by many critics as a landmark anime film. One that influenced much of the art in anime world, like currently, right? Following its release, and it influenced, like, even Ghost in the Shell was influenced by this, right? And we did Ghost in the Shell last Tuesday. And that kind of resides in Neo Tokyo as well. You know? And, like, if you look at its influence on movies, like, we have The Matrix, which was also influenced by Ghost in the Shell. We got Dark City, Kill Bill, Chronicle. Have you guys seen Chronicle?
Dude,
Nope.
I haven't even seen this.
Oh,
it's
wow.
gonna be great.
So, no, you saw Chronicle. I know you watched Chronicle. About that kid who, it's like a found footage film. It's a little older. Max Landis, I believe, directed it, but it's about the kid, found footage. He's like, he has a camera, and they find like some alien thing and gets powers. I'm telling you that there are shots from this film that are shot for shot in Chronicle, like almost. I'm not saying shot for shot, but very, very close, very influential. Absolutely awesome. Apparently, this influenced Looper, Dark Knight, Midnight Special, Godzilla, Stranger Things, absolutely Stranger Things. So we're looking at this isn't just your typical like anime review here. We're talking about a film that has influenced so much and covers so much ground, and also just it's a really good watch. It's awesome. Like, this kicks ass. Thoughts, feelings? Anyone? Come on, jump in.
I don't think there's a more important film to its own genre than this one.
Nice.
The only thing I've ever seen that's anime is like Dragon Ball Z and Ghost in the Shell.
Dragon Ball Z, I've never watched it. My older brother actually, he's 12 years older than me and watches Dragon Ball Z religiously. And every time I try to watch it, I got nothing. There's nothing there. I'm just like, this is boring. I'm sorry to all the fans of that show. I don't get it. Is it like Street Fighter with superpowers or I don't know. I'll have to check it out sometime. Check it out.
Just start at the beginning.
Electronics. How do you feel about this film before we get into it?
Well, it's been a while, and it was like watching it for the first time.
Right.
Actually, had forgotten the whole plot of the movie, so it was brand new.
I know. I had this on Laserdisc. I had it on DVD. I had it on video CD. Remember that? It was 2 discs. I had this
Oh
on
yeah,
VHS.
VCD.
Yeah, I had this movie on every format. I still own them all too. And it's like I watched it and I'm like, how come I don't remember any of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're just so stunned by most of what you're watching like the first time around that you know it takes a couple viewings to really get what's going on here. It's
Yeah, I
great.
had to watch it twice again.
Twice. Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the motorcycles in this?
Uh, well, they redline at 12,000 RPM,
I had a bike that does that.
but yeah, everything, all the stickers on the bikes, like everything involving the bikes, it's all authentic. Like those
Right.
brands, those stickers, those brands are that's all bike related stuff. A rye, that's a
Yeah.
helmet. I
Okay, I wanted to bring this up actually. How did you guys feel about on one side of the bike it's, Arai, and the other side is Shoei? Like, hey, that's 2 helmet brands. I was like,
the two best helmet brands out there.
well, I own both.
But look at modern cars with stickers on them.
Right,
They'll
right.
have every brand that does mods, not just the ones in the car, which I think is kind of weird. But
So, this pic is actually a picture of a real life replica that works of the bike.
Nice.
Yeah. I grabbed that from Jalopnik. I'll give you guys, some credit for that. Would you guys actually ride that bike? Go.
Yes,
Mm,
absolutely.
it's not a crotch rocket. It's a cruiser.
How
No.
how about if I told you it's a 2-wheel drive scooter?
Even more now. I'm gonna get rear-ended.
So, interestingly enough, Honda. Oh, get out of there. Go there. Oh yeah, here's the replica. They actually made a. I wanted this jacket so bad. I wanted a replica of this, and I could never get it done. Someone actually had it done. I think it's cool. But Honda
Oh
actually
yeah.
made an Akira bike, and from 2014 to 2018. Well,
Mm,
they styled it as closely as they could, without getting sued, obviously.
it is
Would
pretty.
700cc. It has a dual clutch transmission in it, so I think that means it's automatic as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm,
Yeah,
not
it
a
just
fan
kills
of
it, eh?
that.
Just kills it.
Yeah. I like the clutch control, man.
I don't know if the bike in Akira is actually automatic. I can't tell.
Can
Like, I mean,
can
you
you
go through
wheelie
the.
an automatic?
No,
Yes, you can.
it's
That
not automatic.
sucks.
You can power wheelie an automatic.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, power wheelies. Yep.
Well, it depends on your variator springs. So if you have really tight springs, you'll wheelie right off the bat.
it's not an automatic in the show though, because when Tatsuo takes it, he stalls it out because he
Yeah.
Right.
didn't have high enough revs when he tried to switch gears.
So it's just the replica. Well, one of the replicas anyhow. There's been many of them, but the main replica that have not that one. They call that one the official one. The other one that used to go around was actually built on like a Honda Spree, some scooter. But it actually had the articulating handlebars, whereas the official one, let's get that pick back up, does not. That's fixed place.
Huh. Got it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. It cost this guy like 120 grand to build. So
Wow.
yeah,
I
like
guess
that's kind of influence this has, right?
he'd have to make molds and fiberglass the body
Hmm.
design, right?
Who knows what that frame is? It's got to be custom welded, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
What if he gained weight? He probably had to modify it too.
I don't even know how those wheels work, man. Like you get that hubcappy thing. I don't know how any of this. It's cool.
That's
I'll
the
give it
drive
that.
unit. Well,
Right.
in
Well,
the anime it is. Gotta be.
it's two-wheel drive, what they say, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to try a two-wheel drive motorcycle.
You know that they make an electric that's like that. Is this an electric bike though?
No.
No.
Maybe it's a hybrid. I don't know.
I can't tell. Like sometimes I think it is, and then it's really hard to say, right? So I was just switching images for everyone. All right, let's get into it.
Oh,
Neo Tokyo, kaboom! Right?
can I say one thing?
Absolutely. Say what you got to say.
Um, if you haven't seen Akira, mute this stream. Don't not
Yeah,
watch
this
it, but
is
just mute this stream. Like
it's
honestly,
spoiler heavy. Wow, you really got to watch this. It's
yeah.
Watch it, then come
moving,
back.
yeah, moving right along. So it shows that, and then we go, 31 years after World War III, 2019 Neo Tokyo, and so many shows are set in Neo Tokyo of
Like
this
Neo
era.
Tokyo.
It's Neo Tokyo. Huh. You know, moving
But it's
along.
but it's 2020.
Title screen. Oh, well, okay. You know what? I was gonna get into it in a bit. So we see Kaneda here, picking up at the bar doing things, but let's get into this really quickly. I'm gonna derail this. So when Tokyo was chosen to host the 2020 Summer Olympics in the 2013 bidding process, several commentators claimed that Akira predicted the future event. And they're actually it's so interesting is that there's a giant disaster in this movie, right? That stopped the Olympics from happening, and in parallel to what's going on right now, they had to cancel the Olympics because of current events. So I'm not saying Akira predicted the coup, but pretty close.
Sorry about that. An interesting thing I found out while doing my research on the backstory to this movie.
Right.
The air date, it hit theaters, I think, December the 25th, 1989.
Mm-hmm.
And only a week away, I'm not sure before or after, the very first episode of The Simpsons
That's
aired.
true. That's true. I think I was like 10 or 11 years old when I saw this in the theater. And I was with my older brother, and he goes, I don't think you should be watching this. I'm like, we saw
Yes.
Alien. We saw Aliens. Like, come on.
I would go to this in the theater if it went.
Hmm. I think it's more to do with the excessive violence and nudity, but
Oh,
that was
it's
my
like
other brother.
one shot.
My other older brother, we saw heavy metal in the theater, so it's like, what? Come on. Get some balls, you wimp. So I believe this is the shot where we get
He's
introduced to
talking about the
Tetsuo.
back.
He says ceramic double rotor two-wheel drive. And I'm
Computer
just like,
controlled ABS.
yeah. I'm like, do we have that technology? Yes, we do. All of it.
And a higher red line.
Way higher red line. Yeah. I used to have one of those inline fours in the 90s, and this was it was a very, very small. It was like a 400cc, but it revved to 12. So that's maybe they predicted that too. Thank you, Akira. There's a Honda, not a Fireblade. I can't remember the name of the damn thing anymore. Hurricane, something like that. Awesome bike. So we get introduced to our friend here. Computer control ABS. He's kind of the pipsqueak. He's picked on. He's bullied. But he's got good friends, and then now they're in a biker gang that kills clowns through Neo Tokyo. So we get our first shot of them fighting in the streets here, right?
Wild.
So what are they fighting about?
I forget. Yeah, I forget why. Why are they?
They're opposing biker gangs, probably from different schools.
Yeah, that's all it is. As they're not fighting. We never get we never get told why they're fighting. They just are. They hate each other.
Yeah.
Because bikes. Now, Roy, you're at a biker gang. Who's your opposing gang? Do they have a name?
We don't have an opposing gang. We're not that kind of biker gang.
I'm just joking around.
But yeah, there they are, the clowns.
Yeah, the clowns. Now, I actually like that on their helmet. I think it's funny. Right?
This part right here, actually,
ahead.
he says something, and he's not moving his mouth. I'm not sure who's saying that.
Right. Well, there's a lot of ADR mistakes in this film, but because of the epicness, it's just I just forgive it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't really. Yeah. Like I mean, I had already seen a lot of anime up until this came out, but this is the one that really like, holy crap. Like this can be a full feature-length film that you can sit back and watch, right? Not just episodic. So it's groundbreaking.
They're actually coming out with the full anime to the manga
Of this?
of this. Yeah, they're
Ooh.
developing it.
That will be epic. Beyond epic.
The art won't be as good.
Probably not. Yeah, they did in this movie. They I think it was like 24 frames a second.
That's standard film, yeah.
But with anime, it's usually a lot less. But with this, they animated every frame, and it was like 24 frames of animation.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy. There's nothing. There's not a lot of film, not a lot of animes like this. Even after.
Yeah, where they cheap out on the frames. Trust me, when I was taking screenshots, I could scroll through each frame, and there's always something in each frame. Whereas, even some of the cheaper movies that we've looked at, they're, it's just still shot. I'm like, come on, guys. So.
But they're really going at it in the streets here.
Yeah, they're really fighting. Come on, guys. Let's get chatting. So our titular scene that everyone knows, where he does the giant power slide. That is.
I want that poster.
Yeah, I've actually seen that as a poster and a wall scroll.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I had the GIF playing beforehand, but
Yeah, and it makes his eyes glow because of his goggles.
I still want that jacket. Just saying. I know it's. So we're fighting about the news here. I've actually made TVs do this. It's fun stuff. We see this dog. He gets shot in the head. Kaboom. We're getting the juxtaposition. I can't even talk. Juxtaposition of what's going on in this film. Like it's just moving. It moves along.
A picture.
Yeah, like what is going on here?
It's so like
It's painting a real strange picture, though.
Yeah.
Then we find this. I don't know what to call him. Like not a. I'm not going to say the T word because we're not allowed to say that on YouTube. But he's a protester, an activist that is trying to get this child to safety. Right?
I don't know that he's a protester. I think he's just an agent.
Right.
Of
well, they're trying to stop this organization from what they're doing, and I'll just say activist. Let's say activist. That's the word for tonight. Activist, because we see the kids like, oh my god, he's like
got
zombie.
wrinkles like an 80-year-old.
Yeah, like the life has been drained out of him. And it's like, what the fuck? You know? Then we see
Probably
the
got Cove ID, dude.
the couve. So we get introduced to Roy and Kate. And I still don't know if they were in a relationship or not. I think they were.
Looks like her dad.
Might be her dad. It's
Yeah.
well, it's hard to say. She's a college girl though, and you know, Kaneda finds a lot of interest in her. But he's a
Yeah,
you
right
know
away.
high school kid. So we see Tetsuo here on the freeway. He's going for it. He's gonna kill those clowns.
Dang,
He really wants to ride
that's
that
a hardcore
red
scooter right there. What'd he do to it? Put some Nas in it?
He's flying, bro. He's gonna kill those clowns. Boom! Instead of attacking clowns, he hits the kid. The kid. Spoilers, everyone. This whole review is spoilers. So in this process, this is where the film takes a 180, like even further. Just with his contact of being around this kid, everything else unfolds. So
His
we see
latent psychic powers are awakened.
yeah, so, exactly. So we got Kaneda, his bike, advertising Citizen watches. Remember those? They're cheap. Do they still make watches? Anyone?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make watches.
Still? I thought they're totally gone.
Maybe. I think so. 1 second. I feel like I've seen them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they're expensive now too.
Oh yeah, they're expensive.
Nice.
So
we-
expensive.
We find Kaneda like going, "Oh my God, what's happening to Tetsuo?" I was like, "What's going on here?" And one thing that started to really distract me at this point was Kaneda's voice. I'm like, I know that voice. I'm like, how come I've never noticed this? Especially at the time that this came out. This should like clicked instantly. So I actually looked it up. The guy who voices Kaneda, it's Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles.
Hmm.
And I can't get it out of my head now. Like whenever he like that, like I shouldn't have looked it up because it's like this is ruined now. Every time he talks, I'm just seeing Leonardo and Michelangelo and Raphael. I'm like, no. But
That guy must have been in so many movies doing voiceovers, especially
at that
after
time,
this.
oh yeah, yeah, it's just hilarious. Kaneda is actually that's Leonardo. To the power. Let's move on. So we get our the helicopter circle in on the boys as they're trying to like help their friend out. We see this little guy. He's very creepy. This is what Tattoo from Fantasy Island should have looked like.
So why is his skin purple? Did he get like silver poisoning or something?
It's absolutely never explained. You have to
Yeah.
read the manga and the comic books for that. But it's one of those films. It's you
he
gotta
ate
dive
too many
in.
blueberries. That's my theory.
I had a cousin that had a blood disease that turned him blue. No joke. And that's what everyone used to say. He ate
Did you call him Veruca Salt? Because I
No.
would've.
Everybody said that he ate too many blueberries. He passed away, by the way. So, it's much respect.
My bad.
My bad. My bad. It's all right. So we see the boys circled by the SWAT teams here, and they get booked. And right away, Kaneda is being Kaneda, right? He's in. He's being mischievous. He sees a picture of Kate. He's like, "Who's that?" We find Kate sitting in a cell there, and she's an activist.
Whoa. Kate looks like Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
Yeah, I know the reference. I never thought that was, but
Oh, well,
Thanks for ruining
That's
it for
Ash
the rest
Ketchum.
of
nah,
us.
this is wrecked.
gotta catch 'em all.
It's okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a great. So we see another activist. He gets a bomb. Blah blah blah. Moving on.
Yeah, and he
They
gets smashed.
Oh yeah, he gets his
And those
ass.
cops drag him off, and his face is all leaving that trail of blood. It kind of gives you an idea of like what's going on in the culture at that time in the movie. Is that
Right.
like, if you make trouble, you're you're gonna get your ass beat and you're gonna get
Team
bloodied.
Rocket. Double trouble.
Yeah, the police in this don't mess around with activists. They just they give you a gun to the face. It's a different world. It's nothing parallel to ours because as we're told in the beginning, they had some sort of another basic nuclear meltdown in Tokyo, and yeah,
That was Akira.
that was a killer.
Dang. Deltron 3030.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
So
Zero.
we see Tetsuo going into the MRI machine. You know, like what's going on here? They're talking about auras. Interesting stuff. I just like the shot.
And how his aura matches up with Akira's.
It's very close. 90% match or something. And then, we get this image, and this is the boys. This is where they go to school.
At a boarding school.
Well, they're a bunch of an orphan school, and there they are.
What is wrong with this place?
it's
Are all
Neo
these
Tokyo.
kids and teachers depressed?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Man, they need some Wellbutrin in the water.
Matt, they were all
Well,
orphaned. They're all orphans, and like this is their life. That no one wants to be there. They're not rich.
Yeah, I mean that kind of is how it is if you're in a group home. Nobody wants to be there, and it kind of looks fucked up. Oh, my bad. No F words.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. So I entitled this one "Floozies." So the bike gang, they have a bunch of floozies that hang around them. They reminded
New
me of
York
my own.
accents.
Yeah, the New York accents.
What
Hey,
you
Canadian.
doing here?
I gotta know more about that backstory on like the New York accents on a bunch of Japanese characters. How did that
Just
happen in this universe?
Casting, dude. A lot of I noticed.
Casting happened in this universe.
Come on. The one holding on to, what's his name? Looks like
Kaneda.
he fell right out of a Tina Turner video.
Right.
She's got the hair.
Oh
She's got
man,
the look.
wasn't that hairstyle just like kind of popular back then though?
Oh well, yeah,
Mhm.
88 for sure.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
huge.
Late
Because she's like
80s.
hanging on to Biff Tannen over here, with like the chick from Scooby Doo behind her. Like yeah.
But it reminded me of my own high school experience. Is that we had our group, and then our group had this like other group of like chicks that just kind of hung around us. I liked it. The realism there was good. And all of these guys just got beaten up by their gym teacher, by the way. That's why he's bleeding. They got black eyes, etc.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah, well, they don't mess around.
No.
So we find Tetsuo. He's escaped from the hospital.
He escapes the facility.
He's hanging out with his girlfriend. She Kaori, right? She loves
I
him.
believe so.
And they steal Kaneda's bike.
Oh, I don't know if he stole it because if you remember, he's like, I can handle this bike, I'll ride it one day. And he's like, maybe when you kill a clown or take out a clown. So he took out the clown.
Right.
So I think
wow.
that he's going down there. He's like, okay, I got the clown. It's my turn. Like, I get to ride this thing. And I think that's why Kaneda wasn't super upset with him that he
Right.
took the bike, because he said, when you take out your first clown,
Mm-hmm.
you can ride it.
I wonder how much horsepower that thing has. Because I keep telling him, you can't handle a bike like this.
35.
Whoa.
It's a scooter. It's a scooter.
It's a scooter. An electric scooter. No, I don't
Well,
know.
when they're playing chicken there, when he's playing chicken with the
Right.
clown Kaneda,
Mhm.
and it shows the speedometers, and it's like 150 kilometers an hour. Like, ooh,
That's pretty good.
first gear for modern leader bike.
That's true. Shoot, I think my ZX6R does what? 110 kilometers an hour in first gear. Yeah.
What do you have now?
ZX6R 2019.
Oh, nice. Right
Are you
on.
guys sure that's kilometers? They're not in
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, Japan is metric system
Yeah,
just
it's
like us.
kilometers.
Yeah. I'm the only freedom units person here, so
Freedom units, please. Ridiculous. How many farther? I can't even do American math. How many barrels are in a? Yeah, that joke's
how
just.
many miles per hour in a kilometer per hour? Well, it's 62
1.6.
100, so yeah. 200 kilometers an hour is 120 miles
The
per
measurement
hour.
system down there is just absolutely bonkers, but we do almost everything in it here other than speed.
Feet, yards,
Yeah.
gallons.
Oh, every time somebody says, "Oh, I'm 1.74 centimeters tall," I'm like, "What the fuck what does that mean?"
Yeah.
Huh? Like I
It
can't.
means that they can fit onto like a microscope.
I have no idea.
1.7
But if you're like, "Oh, I'm
centimeters.
5'10," I know what 5'10" is.
Put them on there, check out all their parts.
Yes.
So this one is called Clothesline, and she gets clotheslined by a clown, like hardcore.
Yeah, she gets clocked.
Yeah, she
So
gets beat.
that's attempted murder. What's up? That's just a thing.
in this
in this
universe. Yeah.
universe, yeah.
Oh yeah. And
It's just a Tuesday.
this is the scene where the clowns got her, and yeah, they assault her.
What's going on in this movie?
Post-apocalypse.
Yeah, bro.
People are nuts.
Yeah, no one cares, man.
Okay, so someone
There's no
comes through
law.
and beats these guys up, right?
It's coming.
Maybe
it's
we'll
coming.
see.
We'll see.
Okay, cool.
So this is where
Whoa.
they
Boom.
face plant her onto the ground after
After
tearing
breaking
her.
her nose.
What is
Yeah.
going?
They tear
This
her
is a
clothes off.
violent film.
Oh
It is.
yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
I didn't know what I was getting into.
You should watch it.
Yeah, let's try that next time,
I
bro.
think
without
I'm
you watching it.
okay. I knew I should have watched this before I got on the show.
It's okay. We can take the commentary. We're good. So yeah, they tear her clothes off. There's nudity, and then they break her fucking nose and throw her on the ground like she's just worthless. And that's the level of gang that, like, violence between these two high school biker gangs. It's brutal.
So this is like Japanese child porn.
No, not even close. This is
Weird.
one of the greatest movies ever made. So we see Canadian running and jumping on the back of his buddy's bike. Like
He's jumping off here.
Oh yeah, this is where he's jumping off. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I took it, because he just like matches the speed of his running to it, right? And
All these idiots in short sleeve shirts. I'm just like thinking about the skin grafts they need in post-apocalyptic Japan that has no antibiotics.
It's 2019. They've got antibiotics.
Oh yeah.
Not anymore. Look at this place. They
So-
can't afford them even if they had them.
They just
It-
steal them.
Yeah, these guys just do what they do. So in this scene, yeah, they catch the clowns and kick the living crap out of them. Just a total beatdown. Let's pin the one guy up against the wall and just Tune 'em.
That's Tetsuo. I think he's smashing the guy that
just
fucked
losing
up his
it.
girl.
Mm-hmm. Touch my fucking There he is. He's like, my head. You know. He doesn't know what's going on. He starts. They're like, what's wrong? She's like, Tetsuo.
He starts seeing the future.
Yeah. There he is,
He
like
actually,
freaking out.
if you look at the frames, if you freeze on the frames that he's looking at,
Mm-hmm.
they're frames from later in the movie.
I noticed that. I noticed that.
That's interesting. That's like some Back to the Future stuff. He must have got a lot of volts of electricity.
So, in this scene, the scientists show up in their gigantic van, basically grab him, shoot him full of drugs, and tear him off. Right?
And they're watching him the whole time.
No,
Yep.
yeah. They wanted him to escape. It helps him grow his powers. This is a lot like Chronicle.
Some MK Ultra stuff.
Oh yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah,
Making the
yeah.
fucking Unabomber.
Well, they explain it in the movie.
Can you take over for a minute, Roy? Or Sean?
Sure.
Sorry, there's someone at my door.
So yeah, they
Go ahead here. I'll put you full screen.
rush the boys, and they grab Tetsuo, and they sort of explain what's going on. He's the guinea pig for a project that they're trying to basically replicate the power of Akira. And they don't say who Akira is. They just Akira has been said like 3 times at this point in the movie. You just know that Akira is like this mystical figure that something happened, and yeah. And after that, I think the frame was, let's see.
Hey guys, I apologize to everybody in the audience. Julia thought it'd be really funny to send a pizza over here. Ha 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 ha!
Oh
So
man,
what?
that's some grade A like trolling. Right there. She
Sabotaging
sent you
the
a
stream
free-
shit.
Sent you a free pizza. I'll take that.
I'll have it later. Thanks, Jules. You ain't gonna stop the show. So in this scene here, we see Roy with Kay. Right, they're back at their headquarters, and Kaneda's in tow. You know. And here we go. This is where he's like just tripping right out, right? Just tripping balls.
Yeah.
Oh, how much
Facility.
DMT did he take?
Tons. No, his mind is being altered, right? So he can take on the powers of Akira, or similar powers to what Akira had. We find out more about this later on. Moving along. So we find. I just named this. Oh, she's hot.
Another test subject.
What is this? Grandma
Another
who's green?
a young grandma.
Gulma.
Cool. Did you guys ever see that meme with Maisie Williams? I believe PewDiePie had it on his show too.
No.
Maisie Williams looks like a young grandma. I'm like, oh, that's so mean. I think she's hot though. Moving along. So, Kaneda and Kay, they're going back to this like activist apartment. Roy shows up. Damn you, Roy. With his buddy with the similar mustache. Now, the
They
one
all
thing I
have the
noticed,
mustache.
yeah, they all have it. The Colonel, Roy, his buddy there, like it's basically the same character. They all look identical in many ways. But for the time frame that this was made, this is very
Stylistically accurate.
and yeah, the ambition in it. Like if there's a shortcut there, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like it means nothing that they did that. Normally I'd be knocking points off, but 1988, guys, come on. Moving along. So they put a gun to Kaneda's head, and he's like, hey, hey, hey. And all of a sudden, Mr. Tough Guy here is begging for his life. And like the way the lines are delivered, he sounds like Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles. He's like, I just want to help my buddy. The way he's saying it, I'm like, oh no, why did I look that up? It's just destroying this. All good. Moving along. We get the cult people burning pictures of like a stuff. An iPad? Is that an iPad in the fire?
TV.
Oh, could be an iPad. Thank you. We got the cult that prays to the god of Akira.
Hmm.
To come.
Every good movie needs a cult.
Well, basically, you have to remember at the beginning of this, we showed the explosion that destroys Tokyo, and everyone thinks that it was Akira that caused this, and some people now pray to Akira to come and cleanse the aftermath of what he caused, right? Like, he's a god. We need his power. Now, this is
So,
this. Go ahead.
has everybody here just taken drugs then?
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I'm
it's,
skeptical.
it's enjoyable.
They must
So
have been
that,
poisoning the water supply if they think he's a god after giving him drugs.
so in this scene, this is actually where what I was talking about. The Olympic Committee is canceling the Olympics in this scene right here. 2019, canceling the Tokyo Olympics, and it parallels exactly what happened because of current events. They're worried about AKIRA. We're worried about the Couve. What? It's cool stuff. Thanks, AKIRA. Moving right
Look
along.
at that guy's arms.
Which guy? This guy?
The guy in
Old guy.
front. Holy smokes, man.
He's old. That happens. So we get Tetsuo here. He wakes up and he's back in the lab. He's like, oh man, come on. What am I doing here? And then we have our heist crew. They're going to go there to break Tetsuo out. You know? So we get heist elements in this. You're getting lots of genres here, people. Lots. Pick up this movie today. And if you like this movie, hit subscribe.
If you don't
Thanks.
like it, hit subscribe.
Yeah, if
This
you hate
movie
this
makes me hate my life. What is this? So they're a bunch of like skilled gangsters that can break into government facilities.
activists, and these guys are a totally different group. That's who K is with. Kaneda's just tagging along because he's got a thing for K. Like
And
these
he wants
guys,
to get his buddy back.
Yeah, and he's trying to get Tetsuo.
exactly. He's basically like Tetsuo's like older brother at this point.
But
You know,
these guys also have a government insider, so
hmm It's a complex film. So this is one of my favorite scenes. If you guys haven't seen it, Tetsuo starts hallucinating the toys in his room, coming up onto his bed, and there's that music. The soundtrack for this is absolutely amazing, by the way. I do recommend picking it up. I have it on CD. Well, I'm gonna say go buy a CD. No one buys CDs, but you know, download it.
I feel like the reason that Ghost in the Shell had that
same
one
type-
song,
Mhm.
yeah, like
Yeah.
the same idea.
Yeah. Well, Ghost in the Shell was directly influenced by this, and it's also in Neo Tokyo, so you
No.
crossover. It's all good. It's all gravy. And at this point, his hallucinations now become gigantic and start destroying the room, scaring the living crap out of this poor high school kid who's been taken away by this laboratory. They're experimenting on him, giving him weird drugs.
So
Seeing
is
stuff.
that like teddy bear like sentient?
Well, it's a projection by one of those weird purple people there.
Yeah.
Purple people eaters. I
So
like it.
they're trying to scare Tetsuo for some reason, which
Trauma activates the
yeah.
power. I'm thinking.
So the more they traumatize him, the more his powers increase. But yeah, they're trying to. And this scene here, let's go full with it. You can see Tetsuo gets out of the room. He's been freaking out, right?
Yeah.
And these people are like, "Stop! You have to go back to your room." He uses his psionic powers, blows them all up, like just implodes them all. And if you look closely, you can see the guy's arm. It falls from the ceiling. Very, very gruesome, and awesome at the same time. Like, this is some animation, people.
I feel like there's missing parts between that the frame, like previous frame, and the frame before it, like in the actual movie where
Right.
it's like they skip ahead.
Yeah, I'm skipping ahead, but I take screenshots of what I like, you know. If anyone else wants to contribute screenshots,
Digital
Just-
dry.
yeah, that's exactly it. Like, hey, does that remind you of something we have here?
Is this
Digital
like a
drive.
sewer? that
Yeah, he's in the sewer.
Yeah.
Man, look, he's getting sewage up his nose. There's no way he isn't getting super sick.
He's getting the AKIRA virus.
Like,
But
here, he gonna kill himself from E. coli before he ever gets to use his powers.
no,
That's Canada.
That's Kaneda. But
They're
I
trying
took
to rescue.
I took a screenshot of this because we have what's called Canada Dry Ginger Ale here, and it's like almost the same logo, and I thought that's kind of cool. Moving along. So Kaneda and Kay steal this. I don't know what that thing is. It's got a Gatling gun in the front. It's like out of Star Wars. It floats.
It's a hover bike.
Hover bike. Thank you. Appreciate that. They're gonna go get Tetsuo. Let's go. Tetsuo.
You know what I'm surprised about with that last scene though?
What's that?
Is that they didn't put any like LED strips or anything on it, man. Isn't that what all these motorcyclists like to do, is put like LEDs on everything? They
It's
missed out on some
1988.
opportunities here for their art.
Is 88 LED strips weren't a thing, and do you have LED strips on your bike, my friend?
I mean, I don't, but I can show you a bunch of bikes that do around
Yeah.
here.
Really? Now
Yeah.
tell
man.
me, would you ride one with that?
Yeah, more visible. Of course.
Like
That's an
Tron.
easy answer.
So in this scene, Tetsuo is basically imploding shit. He's like finding his powers. And once again, he meets up with the kids, and there's the bear. It's glad to see him. He's like, "Hey, buddy, good to see ya."
Man,
He flips out.
he's turning into Goku. I see him. Power level over 9,000. Spirit bomb him.
Never seen that. So we got Kay and Kaneda. They're seeing that. Like, what's going on, Tetsuo? I'm here to rescue you. And then they end up in jail. And we get a good. Anyone? Evolution? They talk about evolution.
Yeah,
here,
she explains kind of
Um,
what Akira is about. Is that's the next stage in the human evolution. They're trying to trigger it.
but she's not explaining it.
Well,
Man,
so-
I think
that
I think
young
I'd like
girl
their
is
jail a
talking
lot
through
better
her.
than the streets. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
That's right.
The green girl is talking through her.
Oh, right. So she was like, right. It's not. Oh, wow.
well,
Thanks.
not entirely, but she does give a really good monologue regarding she's like an amoeba and like how an amoeba lives, and you know, if you were to give an amoeba the power of a human, an amoeba only knows one thing. It's just to consume everything around it.
Right.
And so she's kind of explaining why her movement is doing what they do, and they're trying to stop this from happening because they feel like humanity is not ready for this kind of power. Who knows?
Right.
She doesn't
Exactly.
explain why, but she does explain what's going on and why they're doing what they're doing.
Perfect.
Their prison gear looks so good. They're so clean in jail. Like, I think I'd like jail over being a street rat right now in this society. Let's go.
Yeah, true.
So at this point, we get.
Or that could be the maintenance uniform
Mm,
that she was
Right.
still
Could be,
wearing.
yeah. She could smell really bad, you're right. But at least she's had a shower, you can tell, because her skin isn't dirty anymore.
so this is all the streets get clogged up with military vehicles. People are screaming, "I gotta get to work. I'm late." Blah blah blah. There's tanks there. Tetsuo's out. You know, and he shows up out of nowhere, and that's it. I've had enough. He knows his power. He knows his strength. And he's just. It just starts escalating, right? Right here in this scene, depending on watching, you can see my mouse circling it, but they shoot a tank round at him, and he stops it with his mind. He's like, "No, I don't think so."
Oh man, this dude really is Goku.
Well, I think Goku would probably be based on this, like everything else. And there's actually scenes like that in the movie Chronicle, where they're shooting at him, and the Matrix, etc., etc. There's so much influence that comes from this film. It's absolutely just mind blowing. So in this scene here, Kaneda's like, "F this." He goes and gets the bike, pulls the cover off. Let's ride. He's like, "If you guys can't stop him, I can. I know that little punk." There's another Goku scene for you.
With cape.
Mm-hmm. He's powering
Man,
up.
this dude looks angry. He looks more like Vegeta, though. I guess I should call him Vegeta.
Yeah, he's pissed. They kidnapped him. They stuck him full of drugs, and now he's got strange
Man,
powers he can't understand.
Rightfully angry. Do it. Vengeful anger.
His
Rage.
head hurts.
He's raging out, man.
The headache
Wow.
alone's enough to make you rage like that.
Memoirs of an
And
Akira.
So
he makes his way there
in
to the
exposition,
Olympic Stadium.
yeah, in exposition from the characters, we find out that Akira was buried underneath where they were going to have the Olympics, and there's a construction site there. He goes there and just like tears it down.
I don't know that we know he's buried. We just
No,
know.
they explained it that they buried Akira under that
Oh,
land.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Julian. Why
What's
are
up,
you
bro?
wearing sunglasses in the dark?
Because they're prescription. Thank you.
Can you even see the screen with those on?
Oh, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Thanks.
That was just a question from somebody watching the stream.
Oh yeah, no, I can see fine. I'm not even in the dark. Like, it's not coming quite across on camera, but it's actually really lit up in here.
My ass. Don't lie.
It is. Sorry, bro. So, anyhow, Tetsuo opens up Akira's tomb and just finds all these jars, right?
Looks like Akira's babies. Little test tube babies about to spawn like an alien movie.
And it turns out that it's actually each jar just has pieces of the test subject Akira. So it's like his brain, his nervous system. He's been cut to pieces, and that's by that same organization that, took
Dang, so
Tetsuo.
they're doing vivisection in the year 2020? Somebody check on the Japanese right now.
So that, yeah, the ultimate power is basically played off as a joke. Yeah, we cut him into pieces and we buried him here. Like, there you go. Are you happy, Tetsuo? No. He's pissed. He laid them all out in a row. He's like, "I'm with Akira now." But
Yeah,
that's because
unfortunately, I
Kaneda.
shot him.
Exactly. Like, Tetsuo. Okay. Can you explain this to me? Like, why is he trying to kill him at this point?
Kill his
I
buddy.
don't know. I like that gun though.
Wait. What was that, Tronics?
He killed his buddy.
Where was his
Yeah,
buddy?
he
In the
killed
bar.
the bartender and he killed one of the gang members.
The one with the
Tetsuo did.
gray shirt with the sleeves ripped off.
Right. See, I forgot about that.
So who deserved it here? Did Akira deserve it or does this guy deserve it? I just need to know who to root for.
Well, Tetsuo lost his mind and went
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay.
Tetsuo's nuts.
So this guy needs a mental hospital. Got it. And
Well-
he somehow got his hands on a grenade launcher.
No, this is
Sounds like
Kaneda.
America.
This is Kaneda. He's the good guy, and that's a like a powerful particle energy
Laser gun.
weapon. Laser.
They
It's way too close to his eye. There's no way that thing doesn't kick and blow his eyeball out.
It's an energy weapon. It's got no kick.
I love this. I love these anime physics.
Moving along.
They
Oh.
just gonna interject. They explain
Go ahead, please.
what's going on with Tetsuo. In one of the scenes, I don't know. I don't think it's come up yet. Oh, you know what? It's coming up. It's coming up.
Hmm.
I'll shut up
You don't have
until
to.
the scene comes up.
Okay. bring it up. So right here, Tetsuo gets targeted by a laser from space. And he just doesn't know what the hell is going on. It's tearing his flesh from his bone, and he loses an arm. He ain't too happy about that.
Actually, no, they did skip that part.
What the fuck is I don't. Why would they be targeting this guy with a laser from space?
Because he has the
Kill
AKIRA
him.
power. Yeah, they have to kill him. He's
How
so
is that gonna
dangerous.
do anything? This dude was stopping tank rounds.
I know, but they're doing what they can, right? He loses his arm, and he's not too happy about it. Not too happy at all. And
He's probably like a squid
so at this
or a
point,
starfish.
Tetsuo flies to space. Up, he goes and finds a satellite and attacks it.
Man, the physics are all messed up in this. So he
Dude,
just
psionic
knows the
powers.
trajectory he should put himself on to get to a geos.
Synchronous
Okay.
orbit. He's like Superman. He just flew up there. So Kaneda, they're screaming, Kaneda, get on! Like Tetsuo takes over the laser and starts killing everything. They're like, jump on!
Fuck yeah! I love this
Jump.
already. I gotta watch it now.
They're just like, jump on the bike, jump on the bike. He's like, where do I jump on? But he tries to, and they wipe out. Now Tetsuo's back on the ground. He starts just growing a new arm out of like spare parts.
This dude
Wires.
is straight up Venom. So is Venom based on this guy too?
It's like
Maybe.
everything. Maybe, yeah. It's crazy. Like, guys, if you haven't seen this movie, check it out. Watch it. Then get back to me, leave some comments, and subscribe.
How long did it take him to regenerate? And did he just
Took like,
operate all the machinery with no knowledge, just hitting buttons? I mean,
dude, he's
button
got.
mashing is effective sometimes, but for a satellite that has a particle weapon on it?
Have you seen that movie with Scarlett? Is it Scarlett Johansson? Yeah, I think it is. Where she gets like super brain powers. Like they keep increasing her IQ, and this is like the same.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the same thing, but this was first. So yeah, he just basically takes spare parts and makes himself a robot arm. He's at this point his IQ is through the fucking ceiling, man. Like there's nothing he can't do. He's just
So
all
does he
power.
have to like eat the metal? How does that work?
Who knows?
It's anime,
Uh,
man. It just
I just
happens.
want to get into the nitty gritty of these details.
You'd have to probably read the manga.
So in this scene, we see his Tetsuo's throne. They're in the Olympic Stadium that's like been destroyed, and he's got all the parts of Akira, the jars just hanging out by his throne. I felt there's some symbolism there. It's interesting.
So if he eats his body parts, does he get stronger?
I
Is self-cannibalism a thing for gods?
we find out. We find out. So what's her name again?
I don't
Tronix?
know. His girlfriend.
His girlfriend shows up. She's like, Tetsuo, what's going on? And we'll move along. He grows this gigantic. His power's out of control.
Man, what is
He's losing control of the power.
So basically, when he was in the lab, they were giving him drugs to suppress the power, so he could naturally like learn to control it. But he broke out. He ain't got the drugs anymore. He can't control what's going on. He's like, how? So his arms just like growing out this like gelatinous mass of technology and flesh, and he starts ballooning up like this, just absolutely like grotesque, disgusting.
so now he's turning into Boo.
Right. We'll move on. Um, he absorbs everyone that's there. This scene's really sad. He's like, I can't stop myself. I can't control my body. He ends up killing her.
This is like
Crushes her to death. Splat. At this point, he looks like a giant baby. Yeah, it's.
Boo!
He's got Kaneda inside of him. He's like, Kaneda, help me! And Kaneda's stuck inside this like gelatinous mass of like mutating
Can he
psionic
eat his way
powers.
out? It looks like he can eat his way out at
No,
least.
here's the thing: is he still has his laser.
He still has his
So-
laser gun.
Yeah.
Looks like he's trying.
He shoots his way out, and then we meet Akira. So those 3 mutant kids show up, and they're praying to Akira, and the jars all break. And Akira still has, like, even though he's been cut into a million pieces, reforms. Because, as they were saying in the evolution part of the film, he became pure energy. So this is Akira. Ta-da! Anyhow, Akira decides to destroy everything once again, because that's what Akira does. And he takes everyone there basically into like this like
Pocket
Di-
universe.
pocket universe of time and space. Good. Yeah. We see Kaneda. He's in the, he's like, what happened? And if you look closely, this is after he leaves the pocket universe. Like, we get a lot of exposition in there, which I didn't want to ruin because I want people to go back and watch this film. Like,
It's a
there's so
spirit
much.
bomb.
It's actually he's holding the pocket universe right here. It's going down into his hands.
Oh, so this is just Men in Black now. Got
no,
the
it's-
marbles in the bag, all the universes.
It's like a micro singularity that's disappearing, and he's screaming for his friend, right?
Here comes Men in Black.
And I'd like to say this is a happy ending, but his bike's falling apart. Or,
Good.
there's no happy endings in Akira, but they're driving off. Kay's obviously into him now.
It's bittersweet.
It's bittersweet, yeah. And yeah, I believe we're all the way back.
Yep.
So we got to keep this nice and short, guys.
Live 1 hour, 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
Yeah, perfect. So just because it's nice to have Alexander Jamel back, I'm just gonna ask him a couple questions, if you don't mind. So you didn't see the
Quiz
film.
time.
Next time, watch the film, please.
First, where did you get the toilet paper from? It's hard to find. These
Oh,
days.
dude. Yeah, man.
What?
So,
You don't see it,
dude,
behind
I
you?
actually found some good fucking toilet paper. This shit, man.
Is that
Quilt?
I
sharp?
found some quilted northern,
Oh,
and it's
man.
like the double rolls, and it's like super soft, man. No more of that one ply stuff. Two
Yeah, like a
layers that flex and hold up. Read
Dude,
that
a-
marketing.
At Walmart, all they have is like the one ply stuff. I'm like, oh god,
Dude, yeah, that's how it was here for weeks.
sucks.
Well, months, actually. Thanks, toilet paper hoarders. You guys all suck. Go to jail. Anyway, question time.
Question time. So, would you watch this film now?
For the spirit bomb at the end.
Nice, you're into it. Cool.
I mean, I think it's kind of a messed up movie with a messed
Ye-
up society with some messed up plot holes.
you really got to check it out. So, I'm gonna recommend that you do. And
What's the next movie?
next
There is
movie we're
one.
doing, Elita
Oh.
Battle Angel. That'll be on Friday.
Oh, okay, I know that one. Cool.
Yeah, well, we do recommend that you watch it beforehand. And then,
I watched it 2 times in the last month.
yeah, well, take some notes. Have some talking.
I should
points.
watch it again though.
Yeah, that's what we do. So, moving on to Mobobius. Would you recommend this?
Yeah.
Would you watch it again?
Yes. Definitely.
What would you do differently?
Well, my gripe with this one is the same as my gripe with Ghost in a Shell. The voice acting was a little off.
Hmm.
The Colonel, we didn't actually see the Colonel. Um,
Not too
this
much.
huge 6'9" beast, and his voice, he's voiced by what, Danny DeVito? I thought that was a little
Okay.
off. It was a little
Right.
off-putting, like this giant imposing man, and then he starts talking. It's like, "Hey, how's it going?" So
Yeah, the Colonel was awful. I'll say
there
that.
was but I feel like they overacted almost on the voice acting with this one.
Okay. Uh,
Um,
so
Other than that,
I don't want to cut you off on anything, but I will let you know that there was at the time, this was one of the best dubbed animes ever done. Like they're nearly unwatchable if you saw Battle of the Planets or Voltron, like
yeah.
really bad. So this is one of the best ever done. There is a re-release of this movie with
Oh,
all
really?
new dubbings, and yeah, it does fix a lot of those issues.
Hmm.
So maybe check that out as well.
I'm definitely going to.
Awesome. So how many stairs out of 200 are you gonna give this one?
Uh, 195.
Nice.
It's a great movie. The only thing about it is I did my research,
Right.
and it's based on, I think it's a series of manga books,
Hmm.
and I think there's six.
There's also American comic books.
Yeah, I don't know, but basically this movie is the first half of the first book and the last half of the last book. So
Right.
there's like four or five entire books of content that are
Missing.
missing from the movie. A lot of the characters, like that cult leader guy, he's got a
Mhm.
huge role in that, apparently. Um,
Roy and Kay's story.
yeah,
Excuse me.
we find out maybe if he's her boyfriend. I don't know. But
Not gonna wreck it, but I do know.
no. But I mean, apparently there's a new anime series coming out that's based on the entire manga series. So
Right.
looking forward to that. And there's a live action film out. I'm not looking forward to that.
That's never gonna be released. They keep trying. It's never gonna happen. That's like
Right.
near you know William Gibson's Neuromancer. They keep trying. It's never. Just throw it.
Yeah.
Get the idea is never. It's just too much. But
It'd be like remaking Lawrence of Arabia. I mean,
never.
just
So
don't do it.
as someone who doesn't watch anime whatsoever, how do you feel about Anime Tuesdays? Are you is this
I'm
opening up your
stoked
mind
for
a
the
little bit?
next one. Yeah,
Nice.
actually, I said hadn't watched anime before, but I did forget two things. When I was a little kid, I watched Astro Boy.
Of course. Oh, dude, damn
Uh,
it! You just one of my talking points. You just like smashed it.
oh,
Nice.
sorry.
No, go
And
ahead. Go ahead.
the first anime I did watch, I left that out. I forgot about it. Was Vampire Hunter D.
Guess what? Next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, Tuesday, Vampire Hunter D is coming to
No
this
way.
show.
Crazy.
That's right. All right, on to Tronics. Thanks, Roy. Would you recommend this film?
Yep.
Love that energy, pal. Really bringing it.
It's
Would
the
you watch it
beard.
again?
I've already watched it multiple times, so why not?
Yeah, when we lived together, we used to put this on way too much.
It's one of those
I might
ones
watch it
that
again tonight.
Watch the redub.
I will.
We could even do a mini review of the redub as well. Just saying. And what would you do differently if you were directing this?
uh, I don't know if they could because it was already almost a 2-hour show, but there's a lot of questions about the plot that you just don't know because they didn't work it into the story, right?
Right. Right. Yeah. Get a little more. Well, yeah. It's one of
Maybe
those
make it
ones.
like a trilogy or something.
Right.
But
Great ideas, guys.
apparently the TV series is going to take care of that. So
Thank God. So, how many stairs, my friend?
well, for me, it's still no Ghost in the Shell, even though Ghost in the Shell is inspired off of it. So I'll
Mhm.
give it 185.
Wow. Highest ratings we've had tonight.
I
On
think
to
that's your
myself.
highest rating.
Perfect 5 out of 7, obviously.
So, would I recommend this? Yep. Get in there, guys. Check it out on Laserdisc. That's my favorite cut. But also check out the redub. You can watch that on various streaming services for like $7. Get in there.
Is it
Would I
on?
watch it?
Sorry, is it on Prime?
I'm not sure which one I watched it on. I'm on like 5 of them, but I saw the redub the other day. But we're reviewing this one, so that's what I stuck to. Redub's really good though. And I think I have it on Blu-ray. Would I watch it again? I've watched this probably about 15 times in my life now. So, yes, obviously I'm going to watch it again. I love it. Mm. What would I do differently? Well, for the 88 version, maybe get some like some of the directors from like some American cartoons in there to help with the dub. Just saying, but even some of the cartoons, America, they weren't that good either. I've been watching G.I. Joe. I don't know if you guys know, Hasbro is streaming the entire G.I. Joe series right now, the cartoon, for free on YouTube. Only here on YouTube, people. You can watch every episode for free, nonstop. I keep tuning into it. I can't stop. But even the dubbing in that isn't all that great. It's just, you know, it's older stuff.
You ever watch those redubs of the GI Joe?
Yes, those are, dude. I could bring up one, but the channel will get struck down. So I think you know the one I'm talking about too. That's really funny. Um, I'm giving this 190 out of 200 stairs. This is a masterpiece, absolute masterpiece.
It
You guys
is.
have to check it out. And if you just want the higher quality version without Leonardo from Ninja Turtles, go the redub. We might do a mini review. You know, we got to keep going with this though. Every Tuesday, people, Anime Tuesdays, and tune in for Friday. Elita Battle Angel, Rosa Salazar, James Cameron, real life robotic arms. What? This actually happened. This is real stuff. You guys got to tune in. So
You're very excited about that.
I am in. So you can't break this human spirit. And I do love you all. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it.
We love you.